Okay, so this is exercise 5, and this one, it looks a lot harder than what the base is. Again, it's just going back through the basics of where are you going to put your center point. Some people think right in the middle, because obviously it has your symmetry values that will run through. Some people will prefer a kind of a corner point. So one of the corners can be down the bottom, or some people actually pick the top, and then you work from there. Some people actually prefer to put a 0, point on the outside and then work your way in to those set points. So I'm actually going to have my center point as here, and if you're struggling to picture the image, essentially this will encompass a 130 by 130 box. And obviously on the center point, there is this feature. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw one element. So I'm going to draw this circle and this circle, which is obviously 27.5 radius and radius of 15.5. I'm going to start with those two on 0, 0, and then I'm going to either array it or use the mirror tool, depending on which is going to be easier. So, okay, so I'm going to start a new drawing. I'm going to manipulate my around 0. So just bring it into the center of my view. Like so. I'm going to go to CI for the circle tool. Everything's encompassed around 0. And the first one's going to be 27.5 with an inner radius of 15.5. So next I'm going to put my rectangle in, and that's going to go from 0, 0. And that's going to be 130 by 130. Like so. So I've got my grid. I know where my center point now is, because it's in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do quick construction mock-up. I'm going to use the xline 0, 0. What I'm going to do is just pin that corner like so, and then that'll give me a center point, hopefully. Put another X line in. Don't know if it's going to pick it up, so I'll just put another one in on this edge. Like so. So now I've got a center point. So what you could do, it depends on how much work you want to do on one section, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do pretty much as I can in one section. So I'm going to go to the Fillet Tool, which is in here. Fillet. I'm going to define the radius I want to do. So I'm going to click radius. That's going to be 35. I'm going to use a multiple. So I'm going to use 2. So I'm going to click this line here, that line there. Make sure you explode everything first. I always forget to do that. Explode. Now I'm going to fill it. I won't have to do that point again. So that's going to be there. And finally this side. like so. So that's kind of the element that I want. So you could, if you wanted to at this point, then tackle the next part. I'm probably going to leave it to the end because I just find it easier. Let's not do too much in one go. So now I'm going to go to the array tool. So everyone thinks, why are you using the circular array? Because I've got a pivot point around a larger circle. I just think it's easier than trying to work out the array in a flip or a mirror and doing it using the command 4 times. Click on this element, specify the center point, which we know is in the middle. I only want 4, not 6. I'm never sure why it defaults to 6, but there we go. 4, close the array. When you click on the array, you just got to explode it so you can edit it. And then again, a bit of trimming just to remove any unwanted lines. So if you use a technical tool on the other ones, you just do the bits you don't need rather than me clicking like I normally do all of them, and just come in and delete. To improve that workflow. So that's that element done, nice and smooth. And then the next thing you can work on this 45 element. Now, another way you could do, and I like to do it this way because I find it sometimes easier, is just draw another set of intersecting lines. My computer really doesn't like CAD today. Gotta make sure that is that's not 000 repeat. There we go. So for this part, I'm going to draw a line in the drawing layer. I know from that point it's going to come up 25. If you're going to lock that as well. Lock that at 25. 5. So because it's locked on the wrong rotation, but it doesn't matter, that's still not right. We keep snapping. Sometimes you'll have this problem. So you guys sometimes turn some elements off. Just so here's lock on 90. 25. Just gonna take the error out. Offset that one. That's going to be 5 either side. and CI uh, 5mm trim like so. Then you could sort of mirror if you want to. I'm just going to do another array. Do 4 of them. Like so. Do some more trimming once you've exploded. Yeah. So this bit I'm actually just going to turn off the construction lines. So I'm just going to drill for all 4. Like so. Return the construction layer on. I'm just going to highlight it all there first. Return the construction layer on. I'm just going to do a rotate. Base point 65, 65. Change that by 45. That'll then lock in place. Turn off your construction. And then there we have our matched components, 130 by 130 on a 45 with your circles.